What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Variety Views. And I decided to do something new. Since it's 25 years since the first episode of the Batman animated series, I decided to do something new. I wanted to do a review, but I just didn't know how to go about it. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do a commentary. So you gotta have the Batman animated series DVD, or fuck, you could torrent the shit out of it, or you could have a way to watch it online. If I find any of the episodes online, I will be sure to put over a link. I could upload the episode, but then I think I could, copyright it or something like that. So let's just play it safe. This is the commentary for On Leather Wings, which was the pilot episode of Batman the Animated Series. And click play once I give you the sign. All right, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start. And there it is, the Warner Brothers logo. I always loved this. Whenever the Warner Brothers logo would, turn into the lights, it was great. And boom. One of the best openings to any TV show, cartoon, whatever. And I love this car. The Batmobile. I love this Batmobile. But one thing that really bugged me was the fact that it was way too long, like a freaking limousine. It just felt like there's way too much room for nothing, And boom. Originally, this opening was supposed to be longer, and you would actually see Batman. But I love the fact that it was all in silhouette, that you never got to really see his face up until the end, where with the thunderstrike on Leather Wings. And I love the background music, the background music that they would always do for each character. I always loved that. The police blimp. A weird thing, a weird tidbit. The blimp weren't actually used back in like whatever this is supposed to take place. It was a creative choice. And the pilot, Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy plays, does double duty in this episode. Goes up to the clouds. I like that. And you see the suspense. Usually, see that there. You get to see like a shadow, and that's all you get. And I like that. You don't get the full reveal from the get go. I used to do that when I was a kid. I would record myself and Captain's log. You know, the reaction is just like, yeah. This is probably the darkest episode in the whole show. You get a little wing, you get a little bit of the ears. And of course, Lands on water. Of course, you're not gonna kill the guy. And it's weird, like it's on the front page. Probably a slow news week. It's on the front page. A speculative incident. Harvey Bullock was always one of my favorite characters because I love how real he was, and I just wish that they used him more. And they do use him later on in the series. Same with Jim Gordon, you know. Ah, Harvey Dent. There we go with Harvey Dent. I love the fact that we do see him at the beginning of the series when he was Harvey Dent. You know, I love that. Alfred always had this fake English accent. He's not my definitive Alfred. That would probably go to either Michael Gough or Michael Caine. But I do like this Alfred. You know, Bambi was itself. It's just it's like Rowan Atkinson on Quaaludes. It's like it was a Bambi, sir. And look at that. You see that? There you go with the tires, and you saw like the screeching and the electric, the electric current that was sparking out. You see, stuff like this is where I'm really thinking that Japanese animators were actually involved in this. And look at this. Look at the background and everything. It just feels like you're watching an anime from the 80s. There are some parts in this where it feels like that, you know? Mm. Come over here. Yeah, like go over first and then call the police. It's like I'll take my dick out and then I'll call the police. Is that you, Doc? uh, police line, don't pass. Fuck rules. Of course. And as an interesting tidbit as well, one of these SWAT cars, um, there were actually real SWAT cars back in the 30s and 40s. I don't even know when this show was supposed to take place. Is it like the 40s or 50s? Like, I don't know. They never are truly clear when it comes to that. And again, like with cassettes, it's like when does it really take place? Because if I recall, like cassettes didn't really become a thing until like the 80s, right? Or like late 70s. And boom, 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 boom. And look at them. They're all, they're all animated. It's like, see, look how it turned. Like, when I'm talking about like Japanese anime from the 80s, you can see like the saturation kind of lowers, and there's more color, but it's less saturated. While the American cartoons had more saturation to them. Tries to open it up. Oh fuck you! You can't open it up. You don't have super strength. You're just a bat with a shirt. Was that you, Doc? Put on your mask. Wouldn't you like burn your hands when you slide down the rope that holds the elevator shaft? Look at this, okay? This is like a really anime trope. Tear gas will smoke him out. Look at this, okay? It's the smile and everything. It's just it feels such an anime thing. The close up to the face, and there you go. There's a somersault in the air. Was that necessary? Physics. Fuck it. Right. And if this was real, the branch would break. And of course, we're gonna look right to left, just like a good citizen would. Hmm. Could this be the person that is the man bat? Hmm. Oh come on! How would you know those are hairs? Like when I saw him as a kid, I thought they were roots. I was like, what does that mean? Make it sound like bats are roaches. It's like bats could easily die. They're like any other mammal. And I think they have a shorter lifespan as well. To the lab? Didn't you just see that? Doesn't it say on the door of the lab, and that's where he went to? Unless there's a back door. I don't know. Not that I am. Shifty eyes, Bruce Wayne. Oh, sorry, wrong tape. No goodbye, nothing. How rude. Rock and rolls. I gotta love Alfred here. That startled me. I can't take that seriously, dude. Like Batman and all his badassness, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" Or they're probably fucking. Yeah, I'll drop by a couple of $1 million. No big deal. They were blue. Does not compute. Who could that be? Oh, damn it, that's not a lantern. I'm usually like that when I'm looking for people. Look at that. This is really one of the best episodes of the series. I'm really interested in this episode, by the way. I don't know if you can tell. I've seen it a million times, but I still am always, enthralled. And this is weird because how long does a medicine take to keep him from turning? Or was it a medicine to actually turn him? I don't know. And this startled me as a kid. I was like, oh my god, I'm scared, but I cannot look away. Mutations were always one of the things that, as a kid, I always thought that could happen, and I'd be like, "What if that really happened to me? Would be cool, but would be scary." Don't see me like this. Remember me for the bat I used to be. One of the iconic moments of the show. Mm. Smack. one of the rare moments where Batman gets owned. No duh. And here he comes. Like the action here really, it really makes me wonder. Like maybe like yeah, anime, anime, directors were a part of this as well. Because again, like whenever there's action, the saturation just goes down, and now here the saturation goes up. So it's weird. I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed it. Mm. Oh my! one of one of the rare moments where you would see like a hero or a top character on a show bleeding, because it was a trope that usually I think this was like I think Batman was one of the early heroes that would get busted up or would be bleeding. Usually you wouldn't see that, not until later on. It really changed the way that we look at superheroes after that. I know, I just don't get how he, wrapped him up in his own cape while still wearing it. It's like, what was the point of that reveal? It's like, why did he have him wrapped up? And that was Batman. Um, Overall, I thought it was a really good episode. It's one of the best episodes in the Batman cartoon, and not just that, but I think it's one. I think the show itself it gets better, and not just that, but it also gets better with age because it's one of those few shows that you can pick apart and actually take notes from and learn a thing or two about not just animation but storytelling. And I absolutely adore it. So, yeah, with that being said, rate, comment, favorite, help, please subscribe. And I might do more of these because I'm really, really enjoying going back and watching, the Batman animated series. I might do one for something else. So, yeah, check out my next video where I'll be talking about something else.